It's been a long journey for Chris Paul. He's made the playoffs numerous amounts of times in his NBA career, but he's always fell short, even this season making it to the NBA Finals for the first time in his NBA career. As far as statistic-wise, Chris Paul is going to remember as one of the greatest point guards to ever play this game, but when moments matter the most, when his team needed him the most, Chris Paul always fell short. In this video today, I'm going to be discussing the Chris Paul curse continues. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get into it. So yeah, man, the Chris Paul curse still continues. I don't have to make a video on all the detailed history of the curses and the fates that's happened across Chris Paul's NBA career because there are already many videos out there about this already discussing this topic, but I wanted to discuss really why Chris Paul legacy right now is basically set in stone, and that curse is still alive. So Chris Paul, as we all know, he's made it to the conference finals twice now in his NBA career, and making it to the NBA Finals for the first time in his career with the Phoenix Suns. And coming into this season, nobody expected the Phoenix Suns to even make it to the NBA Finals. But luck was definitely on their hands this season because of the injuries that has happened throughout this entire NBA season and in the playoffs, giving the Phoenix Suns a wide open opportunity to make it all the way to the conference finals and to the finals to be that. And they did the job. They got the job done. They cruised their way to the NBA Finals, but they were up against a very, very talented Milwaukee Bucks team. And it looked like in the beginning of the series that they had all the momentum, that Chris Paul was finally going to get some respect that he deserved. And even when he was in the conference finals and they beat his former team, the Clippers, many of us were giving him praise, saying that the curse is done, the curse is over. But once he came into the series and he got into game 4, that curse seemed more alive than ever. It's like from that point on, he basically disappeared. So yeah, when you look at the overall statistics of Chris Paul's career, you can say, yeah, he's one of the best point guards to ever played this game. I mean, you look at his turnover assist ratio, you look at all these amazing stats that he's accomplished throughout his NBA career, you can say, yes, he is one of the best point guards. And many people are already going to say he is a Hall of Famer, and he 100% is. But in terms of being a guy who is a true superstar, a guy who can be cutthroat in those moments when his team needed him, I'd rather give that praise to Devin Booker rather than Chris Paul, because Devin Booker showed that he is that guy. He had a bad game. I can't remember which game it was, but I believe he had like 10 or 15 points. He came back in this game, dropped 40 points. We didn't see any of that from Chris Paul in this series at all. Chris Paul is supposed to be one of your best players on this team, but he showed in this series that, he really needs to be a third option to be a championship player. Even really throughout his entire NBA career, I mean, he's never been the biggest scorer. He has had seasons, especially when he was with the New Orleans Hornets at the time, where he was averaging over 20 plus points a game. But that was really because he was their true star on that team. He was really their best scoring option, and he had a lot of complementary pieces surrounding him, so he was able to have a big season for the Hornets. But once Chris Paul was dealt with to the Clippers, man, that curse, it was even more alive then. Let's not forget that they blew a 3-1 lead to a Houston Rockets team, and that was Chris Paul's really first opportunity to ever go to a conference finals, especially with him being the best player on your team. They blew that opportunity. That next year against the Blazers, when they lost 4-2 and Chris Paul broke his hamstring, and Blake Griffin as well, he got hurt. And let's not forget when he was traded to the Houston Rockets, and in the 2018 Western Conference Finals, the Rockets lost that series because Chris Paul got hurt with another hamstring injury. But there's been so many other numerous amounts of injuries that has happened to Chris Paul. Let's not only forget that, his record in the playoffs with Scott Foster officiating his games is 12-15. So, I mean, there's been many complications throughout Chris Paul's NBA career, and especially in the playoffs. He's going to be remembered still as one of the best point guards to play, but he's not going to be remembered as a winner. He's not going to be remembered as a guy who can win. But the only other option now for Chris Paul is to get traded to a championship team with the Lakers. He's 36 years old now. He's basically gonna have to turn down that $41 million that he can get from the Phoenix Suns to go out and go play for the Lakers, or any other championship caliber teams that are interested in Chris Paul, because, well, you know, regardless of him still losing this series, there's still going to be many teams that will love to have Chris Paul on their roster. You know, as far as his legacy, man, like, listen, he's still going to be remembered as a guy, though. He still accomplished many great things throughout his NBA career. Let's not forget, as you know, he got older, especially, you know, him still making it to the conference finals and him still being one of the best point guards for his time. Not only that, but helping the Oklahoma City Thunder team make it to the playoffs that year, and helping this Phoenix Suns team transform their roster into a championship caliber team in the first place. So let's not discredit Chris Paul for, you know, his lack of accomplishments with that. But as far as it comes to the bigger moments when his team really needed him the most, Chris Paul has always failed in those opportunities. It's either due to injuries or, you know, him not really stepping up in that moment. And he was very passive in these last few games as well, and making crucial turnovers, which cost him the game. So, I mean, looking at Chris Paul and his overall trajectory right now, you know, his legacy has definitely fallen. This was really his last opportunity as a star level player to win an NBA championship, especially as him, one of your top players on your team. But now, you know, with him losing this series and where the future stands, especially since the Suns, this may be not only their last opportunity in a while to even make it this far again, especially when you have all the amazing talent coming back next season in the Western Conference Finals. So overall, man, this is definitely just a big blow for Chris Paul. I mean, I feel sorry for the man. If only he got traded to the Lakers that season, man, his career would have definitely been totally different. He can still win an NBA championship, but not as one of your best players on your team. But overall, man, shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks for winning the NBA championship, and Giannis as well, you know, winning Finals MVP. And I definitely want to make a video about him as well, because Giannis definitely proved that he's not only a dog, but he is really that guy. He did the exact opposite of what Chris Paul did for the Phoenix Suns. He helped lead that team to an NBA Finals, and he was still their best player, and he carried, especially in Game 6, scoring 50 points out of the Milwaukee Bucks 105 points. So shout out to Giannis. But yeah, man, the Chris Paul curse is still risen. It's still there, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon until this man can win an NBA championship. Sure, he's made it to the conference finals, making it to the NBA finals this year, but when that moment mattered the most, when his team was even up 2-0 and they went into Game 4, possibly winning that game would have closed that series out, they failed. He failed. So yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more basketball content each and every single week on this channel. I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.